welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about how to add Vlog, which is a flat color profile that allows for more information to be packed into your footage onto the GH5. And the GH5, which we have here, doesn't come with Vlog. It's an add-on. So you know, you would think that you would go and maybe go online and pay a little bit of money and then download a code and unlock it. It turns out that Panasonic is, I think, really serious about not having anybody pirate their Vlog. And so what they have is, I think, a very effective, if a little bit roundabout way of installing that. And so what you do is you go to a vendor and you order it online. You can probably find it in certain stores, but you order it online and it comes in a box. Now remember, all this is a software activation. So, you know, here we have the box. This is, you know, a pretty sizable box. It's just about probably the size. It's a little bit bigger maybe than the actual body alone of the GH5. And so you open up the box, and it's really light. I mean, there's basically nothing in here. You open it up, and what comes out is a manual. And so we've got the manual, and then you have this envelope. It's like for the Academy Awards or something. And what this envelope contains inside is the actual code that you're going to need to use to authorize the camera. And so go ahead and use a knife here to slice this open, or maybe not. I'm just going to go ahead and tear this, I guess. Oh, here we are. It's made to tear apart and to not be able to be put back together. And so as we look inside the envelope, there's a card with a code on it inside. And there's the code. You'll see that I've blocked it out, and I've done that just so that that number doesn't get out. I have no idea. I think that once you use it, it's probably lost and gone forever. But in any case, so this is the first step. It's actually physically getting a piece of paper sent to you in a box with a code on it. So one thing I want to review right before we go and show you what goes on the camera or on the computer is I wanted to take the time here to show you what you need to find out on your camera. So on the camera, what you have is the focal length. So I'm using an adapted lens, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that the way that is. And first of all, you go into your camera and you make sure that you have the right version for this. So this is the GH5. This is version 2.2. It's the latest firmware, as far as I can tell. And so with that, we should be good to go. So go ahead and punch back out of that. And then what you want to make sure is that you don't have Vlog on this already. And the way to do that is to go to the movie setting, the film setting, and then you go to what's called photo style, which is on the first of the four things. And so, you know, in photo style, you can select that and you can scroll through the different different settings, the photo styles. So then you get into Cine-like, you got hybrid, log, gamma, standard, vivid, natural, and so on. This one doesn't have Vlog in there, and so it should be ready to take it on board. I also made sure that the battery was fully charged. Sometimes when you're doing firmware updates, if you don't have a full battery, or at least a battery that's 75% or higher, it's not going to update for you. And so I've made sure the battery is full. Okay, so the first step is a physical step that you have to take, and what you have to do is take a memory card and get information from the camera onto the memory card. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Put in this memory card here, and then I'm going to turn it on. And what I want to do is I'm going to go to, this is under the setup thing, this is the setup menu, and this is format. So I'm going to hit that. Slot 1, yes, and it's formatting that card. It was an empty card anyway, so make sure that it's empty, or you don't mind losing what's on there before you format it. Okay, so after that, we're going to stay in this setup menu, and we're going to go until we hit activate, which is looks like the third out of 4 menus. And we're going to export the serial code and hit yes. Okay, so the serial code is exported, and now what we need to do is we need to take that card and put it into our computer along with our code. So let's go do that. Well, when you get on your computer, you're going to bring up your web browser, and there is an address supplied in the user guide. You go ahead and type that in, and as you scroll down, you'll get this option right here, and you click on that, and then it gives you just one other option, so you'll click on that one as well. And what that's going to bring up is a couple of options, but if you go down near the bottom, you see that it says choose file. So you click on choose file, and what that's going to do is that's going to, first of all, you need to put in your memory card. So you go ahead and put that in, and then you choose file, and that's going to open up to the memory card. And then you go into the private folder, and then you just kind of keep clicking down until you are in, until you see the executable file in there. And then you choose that file. And then you click upload. And when you upload it, it's going to process it. It's going to give you a chance to type in the code. This is from the paper ticket that you got from the box. So you type that in, and then you're going to click on register. And it supplies you a string of characters. Now you don't have to write those down or anything. You're just going to go down to save to SD card. And by clicking on that, it's going to give you a file. And that file needs to go basically in the same folder and directory that the original registration one went in. So you're going to go down there and click through. And make sure it's in that file, or in that folder. And I went ahead and just deleted the other one, and it worked out fine, so you can feel free to do that. It didn't actually give instructions for that. So you have that in the folder now, it's saved there, and you know, you basically, at that point, are able to take it, and we'll walk you through the next steps here. Okay, now we're back to the camera, and we've done everything we need to on the memory card. We put the card back in. We turn it on, and then what we're going to do is we go back to activate, press that, hit import activation code. Alright, now we can head back here. We can go to this photo style. Let's see what we have now. There we are, and we have the Vlog L. And that's the process. It seems like it's about 2 or 3 steps more than should be necessary, but Panasonic has decided that mailing us a physical code and having us match it to the camera and then to the computer through their website, then back onto the camera to load it up, that is the best way to do it. I don't think it's the best way to do it, but I guess it gets the job done. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, or if you find any of the other videos helpful, please consider subscribing or hitting like. It's really helpful, and it lets me know that these videos are useful to people. So thank you very much.